Chinese H-20 stealth bomber vs US B-2 and B-21 stealth bombers. Chinese media announced that the People's Liberation Army Air Force would publicly unveil its new H-20 stealth bomber during a parade celebrating the Air Arm's 70th anniversary in 2019. It is being developed as part of the PLA Air Force's expanded bomber operations, combat aircraft for attacking ground and naval targets, and a broader program of military upgrades as rivalry heats up between China and the United States over security and strategic issues. The U.S. Air Force is also preparing for a substantial technical critical design review of its next-generation B-21 stealth bomber, an aircraft said by developers to mark a new generation in stealth technology able to elude the most advanced air defenses in the world. The H-20 is often compared to the US B-2 and B-21 stealth bomber, but in May, China released a possible video teaser of its H-20, which looked like US B-21 Raider. What about Chinese H-20 all about? Once the Chinese H-20 has entered service, it could be a game-changer during warfare for China as it would be able to attack America's aircraft carriers. Believed to have been in development since the early 2000s but only announced by the People's Liberation Army in 2016, the H-20 is a stealth aircraft with a maximum takeoff weight of at least 200 tons and payload of up to 45 tons. It will be able to carry nuclear weapons and is expected to fly at subsonic speeds, and it could potentially unleash 4 powerful stealth or hypersonic cruise missiles. Its cruising distance was estimated at more than 8,500 kilometers, 5,280 miles, by the U.S. Department of Defense in its report on Chinese military developments released in August. But other military experts have put the distance at more than 12,000 kilometers, which would mean Hawaii would be within striking range. What about America's B-2 and B-21? The design of China's new bomber resembles America's B-2 Spirit bomber and also the Northrop Grumman B-21 Raider stealth bomber. The B-2 heavy penetration strategic bomber can deploy both conventional and thermonuclear weapons, such as 2,400 pounds bombs. It can also carry out attack missions at an altitude of up to 50,000 feet and has a range of more than 6,000 nautical miles running on internal fuel, and more than 10,000 nautical miles if it refuels mid-air. Why is the H-20 significant? China needs a long-range strategic bomber so that its Air Force can attack further out into the Pacific Ocean. The Air Force defines these bombers as being able to carry more than 10 tons of air-to-ground munitions and with a minimum range of 8,000 kilometers without refueling, according to state media. A long-range strategic bomber would give China the ability to penetrate the second island chain, the islands further east in the Pacific. State media reports have said that if China can strike the so-called second island chain, it would stop foreign militaries from intervening in the event of a crisis or conflict. Analysts say China's aim with the new bomber is to break America's military advantage in the Western Pacific, and they expect the H-20 could enter service by 2025. Why is the B-2 and B-21 significant? The B-2 and B-21 are designed to avoid detection altogether. Basically, the B-21 Raider, and B-2 to an extent with its large flying wing design, reduces its low-frequency radar cross-section to the point where it blends in with the background noise inherent to those UHF/VHF band systems. That's similar in concept to how a submarine hides in the background noise of the ocean. While the U.S. Air Force's rendering of the B-21 Raider gives us some clues as to the configuration of the new aircraft, most of its other parameters remain unknown. The B-21's size and payload will largely be determined by whatever propulsion system is readily available to power it. Given that the B-21 radar is slated to enter into service in the mid-2021s. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.